Mary is the creator behind the YouTube channel Maximalist Minibus, where she's built a following by documenting her outdoor life without a filter. Her vlogs move between the demands of work, the things she loves doing outside, and a genuine appreciation for the slower rhythm of campground living. On the evening of September 10th, 2025, what started as a small act of personal productivity, finally getting around to setting up a trail camera she'd been putting off, ended with her discovering something deeply unsettling. By her own admission, Mary is a procrastinator. The solar-powered trail camera had been sitting unused for over a year, always waiting on the right SD card, the right moment, the right push to actually do it.
I've had this camera for at least a year, maybe more, probably, maybe even 2 years. It's a trail cam with a little solar panel on the top, and, you know, it has its own power and everything. And I searched for it because I wanted one that had its own power so I could put it anywhere. Didn't have to worry about whether I have power there. And it has the solar panel, and then it also has inside this little door, it has battery backup. You're supposed to put batteries in it, which I haven't done yet. Surprise, surprise. But anyway, the batteries are like C batteries, or, oh no, actually, you know what? It's 4 AA's. So I got to get AA batteries, but it works without it. So I should still be able to set it up. But the reason I haven't set it up is because it takes an SD card, and I have SD cards, but they're, you know, I don't have any this small. It only takes it could only be a maximum 32 megabyte SD card. So I've had it on my list on and off forever to buy a card for this thing. And finally, I was at Walmart and I remembered. So I got an SD card. So now tonight I can set this up. I'm going to put the camera on this little footstool that I always put in front of my tent when I close it up for the night. It's basically just shooting right next to the bus. Probably not the most exciting place to put the camera. Probably should put it over by the creek. But for the first night, I don't even know if it's set up right. So I'm just going to leave it here.
A trip to Walmart finally gave her everything she needed to get it running. She set the camera on a footstool near the tent, pointed toward the bus and the surrounding area, expecting to pull up footage of raccoons poking around or a deer passing through in the night. The next morning, something felt off. The tent was unzipped in a way she hadn't left it, opened from the top down, as though someone had worked their way in deliberately. She nearly let it go. Then she remembered the camera. What she found on the footage wasn't a squirrel or a wandering camper. It was something else entirely.
In the first part, it shot at like 8:30, and it just got like some campers walking to the restroom, but then nothing until 2:30. And then at 2:30, you should see these headlights. So it looks like the car's coming from around, like maybe either somebody drove in and they're turning around right now, or I don't know. I don't think it's a camper, but so the headlights come this way, and then it's a pickup truck that goes by. I don't recognize it. It could belong to a camper, could belong to somebody in the cabins up the road, but I know most of those cars. It's not a vehicle I recognize. Let's start with that. But right after it goes by, keep your eye on this over here. Okay, there he is. You see him? He's got glasses on that are shining. He's got on a baseball cap. It looks like he might have a goatee. And here he comes. He walks across. See, he's got a trash bag, it looks like. And I thought at first he had a backpack on, but you'll see in a minute it's not a backpack. So he walks by. And then it missed the first part of him, but then he comes back with a flashlight. And he's coming around, like I have a table over here with a bunch of stuff on it. He's coming around, probably checking out what's on that table. I think okay, now look, here he comes. Now he's shining the flashlight in through the mesh of the tent, trying to see what's inside the tent. And you can see like his pants are all kind of frayed and everything, but he leaves again. He walks by and he's going like probably over to the golf cart to see what's in the golf cart, because the golf cart's parked in front of the bus. And then he goes around. I think he must probably go around the bus and come back again, because give it a second. He's going to come back. There he goes, coming back around for another chance. And this time, he's not going to just look inside the tent. This time, yeah. Give him a second. There he goes. He's coming right to the tent. And look at this. He moves the camera. I mean, he moves the camera. I guess he doesn't know it's a camera, but he moves the steps with the camera so that he can unzip the tent and get inside. And then he's inside the tent for a while. You can hear him plunking around, moving things, stuff like that, moving stuff around. And then the movement stops, so the camera kind of stops recording.
At 2:30 in the morning, an unfamiliar pickup truck rolled past. Seconds later, a figure stepped out of the dark. A man wearing a baseball cap and glasses, with what appeared to be a trash bag draped over his shoulders. He moved carefully, shining a flashlight into the tent, going through her belongings, and at one point, repositioning the camera itself to get a clearer look around. He was inside the tent for several minutes, unhurried, methodical.
But you can hear him still, but you can't see him. There he goes. Now he comes out. He's got that jug of water, which I think he had going in, but he's got a trash bag, and he's wearing a trash bag. It's not a backpack. But it was pouring rain last night, so I can understand why he'd have something to protect him from the rain. But that's it. That's the whole thing. So I've been looking around trying to figure out what he took, but I can't really find anything. I mean, the most obvious thing would have been this tablet. I mean, I don't leave my laptop in here, so tablet would have been the next best thing. He didn't take it. Then again, it's kind of old school. Maybe he's an electronic snob. I don't know. My printer's here. This is a good printer. He didn't take that. Umbrella lights. Solar umbrella lights. Those would probably be good if you were camping or something. Maybe, I don't know. He didn't take them. Ryobi charger would only be good if you had Ryobi tools. Elvis glasses. Yeah, all this stuff is still here. Oh, my hummingbird feeder is still here. He didn't take that. And this is, remember I told you I had a cute squirrel feeder? This is it. It's not assembled yet. Surprise. But I do have a toolbox in here, and it's got a lot of small tools, you know, things that he could have taken either to use or to sell. Things with some value, and he didn't take those either, so I don't know. It doesn't really look like he took anything. So I don't really even know why he was here.
When he finally walked away, he took almost nothing. Hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, and toilet paper. Basic items. Nothing of any real value. It started to paint a picture. This wasn't a break-in driven by greed. This was most likely someone living out in the woods, getting by on whatever they could find. She was left sitting with two feelings at once, unsettled by the violation of her space, but also, unexpectedly, a quiet empathy. Why hadn't he just knocked and asked? And if he had, would anyone have actually helped him? No real harm came of it. But the uncomfortable truth that lingered was hard to shake. Even out in the stillness of nature, you are never truly by yourself. This is a reminder that while the outdoors can feel like a retreat, it also brings you face to face with things you didn't see coming, some of them harmless, some of them harder to forget. And sometimes it's the most ordinary thing, a procrastinator's trail camera, finally set up after a year, that shows you something you never expected to find. On October 4th, 2021, Johnny from the YouTube channel, Florida Boy Johnny, set out on a hiking and camping trip with his friend Danny. As they approached their campsite, something didn't feel right.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's somebody down here already.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of spooky.
It's spooky. What are we gonna do?
Well, he's parked exactly where we need to be. Of all places.
Dig.
An old truck was parked in the space where they had planned to leave their car. In such a remote area, the presence of a lone vehicle stood out. A sense of unease settled in. They tried to brush it off, telling themselves it was nothing. But as they moved forward, the situation escalated beyond a simple suspicion.
Can you hear me? We're heading back the other way. Grab your bag. We're trying to find the trail. We're heading back the other direction. Hurry.
Oh, I'm trying. Fucking my fault. He's up over there.
So we just got shot at. We were, and I just stopped recording, but there is somebody deep in the woods that direction. Shot what sounded like a 22. Hit a tree about 2 feet away from us. And we were finding a spot to set up, and we had just set our bags down. I set the camera down after I stopped recording, and a bullet, 22, whizzed right above our heads into the tree that we were standing next to. And so I yelled out to him, whoever it was. Got no response. Yelled out several more times. Got one response. No idea what he said.
A gunshot rang out. The bullet passed close enough for them to realize it had not been random. It felt deliberate. Unsure of where the shooter was positioned and fearing for their safety, they immediately contacted law enforcement. Rather than continue on their original route, they chose a different trail to exit the woods.
Do I?
As far as like hunting season goes,
Uh-huh.
there's a whole bunch of stuff that just opened up yesterday.
Yeah.
And this whole area, the whole trail area,
Yeah.
it's you can hunt on it
Okay.
and stuff. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Our hunting season starts a lot earlier out there, and general rule of thumb is we don't really go into the woods after the 15th of September, because that's when everything opens up, and
Gotcha.
you got to deal with the idiots, and you got to deal with the people from Jersey.
We had just stopped, and all of a sudden we had one round go right past us, maybe 10 feet,
Okay.
and then another one right above our head, and literally like 2 feet above our head into the tree, and it just sounded like a 22.
Yeah. I'll go down. I'm gonna see if I can make contact with someone. I saw a blue truck down in one of the
Yeah, I
areas
seen the
down
blue
there.
truck. Is the white pickup truck your guy?
They made it out without physical injury, but the explanation they later received did little to ease their concerns. Hunting season had begun. Still, that alone did not justify a shot fired in their direction. To this day, one question remains. Who pulled the trigger? Was it reckless behavior or something more intentional? This encounter comes from the channel Life After Kids Journey Unknown, where Lori and Ruben, a couple in their 50s, document their van life travels across different parts of the United States. On October 23, 2022, they shared one of the most unsettling things they had experienced on the road, something that happened during their very first stretch of living full-time in the RV. What was supposed to be the beginning of an exciting new chapter turned frightening fast when in the middle of the night, they were snapped awake by sounds outside the van that had no clear explanation.
What the heck is that? Babe, wake up.
What's going on? What happened?
Don't you hear that screaming?
Wait, who's screaming?
I don't know.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what is going on, babe.
Turn on
the light! Turn on the light! Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
Dude, it's like right there.
Do you see anybody?
No, I don't see anybody.
What the hell is that person screaming if we're not even there?
I don't know, but it sounds like a kid.
Kid just keeps screaming. What the hell?
Okay, the kid has been screaming for like about 10 minutes now.
Straight.
Screaming. I don't know if you can hear them, but it's screaming. We think that it's coming from 2 RVs down that way.
Over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
It just stopped. I don't hear it anymore.
No, he's not screaming anymore. What the hell?
I don't know, maybe he had a nightmare or something, but I mean, the kid was screaming bloody murder.
Like crazy.
Like, woke me up, scared the crap out of me. It's like, what time is it? Like freaking 5 o'clock in the morning?
It's like 4:30.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so tired, but holy crap, that kid was screaming. That kid was screaming bloody murder this morning, and I really want to find out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, because it was just like screaming for like
Yeah.
15 minutes and then silence.
Yeah.
At around 4:30 in the morning, Lori and Ruben were jolted out of sleep by what sounded like a child screaming just outside the RV. The screams were sharp, desperate, and not the kind of sound you could talk yourself into ignoring. What made it harder to process was that the screaming didn't let up. It continued without stopping for nearly 10 straight minutes, cutting through the dark as though someone was in serious pain. Then it stopped, suddenly, completely, and the silence that followed felt just as wrong as the noise had. Lori looked outside carefully and saw no one, despite the sound seeming to come from just beyond the vehicle. The couple explained afterward that they were parked somewhere secluded and isolated. No nearby homes, no movement of any kind, just a lot of unanswered questions. They never found out who or what was behind the screaming that night. When the video went up, viewers landed on opposite sides of it. Some felt the cries sounded repetitive and deliberate, possibly an attempt to draw them outside, and praised Lori and Ruben for staying put with the doors locked. Others felt the screams sounded genuine and argued that if a child was actually in danger, the incident should have been reported to authorities at the time. The debate ran deep, but Lori and Ruben never followed up with any additional information, and the incident was never explained. Whether someone was truly in distress that night, or whether something more deliberate was happening just outside that RV, no one knows. The mystery stayed behind in the dark, where it started, unresolved, unexplained, and not easy to forget. Meet Jordan and Lee, the UK-based duo known for their travel adventures and cinematic drone footage. On June 7th, 2025, they were filming the sunset at Bryce Canyon, Utah, when an unexpected situation unfolded.
Hello.
Hey, is that your drone?
It is.
Sitting right over my camp?
Oh.
It's over here.
I see a over there. A minute ago it was over my camp.
It literally hasn't gone past my head.
Bullshit.
It literally hasn't.
Bullshit.
I can show you my videos.
Listen, that's
Sir.
where I'm saying. Don't fly your drone over
You
my
think
camp.
I care about your camp more than these mountains?
You want me to kick your Is that it? Is that the best result?
Is that the way you want to go? I mean,
Go that way. I don't
bro,
have a
no
problem
one's
with it.
trying to
We'll
look
put the
into your
drone away.
camp.
We'll put the drone away.
I'm just trying to get these mountains.
That's the answer.
That's not
Okay.
the answer. I'm gonna get
Hey,
shots.
You put the drone over my camper, I'm gonna kick your
That's fine. Look, the drone will not go beyond this fan.
It has not a minute ago.
Well, if it did, I apologize. But
You off. I'm gonna kick your so you get it
Okay.
over there again.
yeah,
You understand?
sure, I understand.
You had the right answer.
Sorry about that. We'll put the.
I'm
He's
not
just
putting-
trying to get the mountain.
I'm just trying to get the mountains. I have nothing.
The
to do with
mountain's
this.
over there.
Yes, look,
You just had it over my camp.
because I'm shooting going towards the mountains.
I don't care what you're shooting.
Going towards the
we'll,
mountain.
We'll put
Don't
it over.
put the drone over my camp. You understand?
We won't put the drone over your.
Just stop talking
Do
to
you
him. Stop
understand?
talking to him. Sir, I told you
You're
it
not gonna
won't.
wipe your
I
up
said
off
it won't go
there's a-
past the van. I
Do
said,
it again,
Sure,
and I'll you up.
sure. It
You
won't
wanna
go
do
past.
the mountain? Do the mountain.
It won't go past the van. I already said that.
Good answer.
I said that before.
Dude, I'll shoot the drone out of the air, and I'll kick the out of your
Sure,
ass.
sure. I won't bring it towards your van.
Good idea.
What began as a routine evening shoot quickly shifted in tone. An interaction escalated, and their efforts to calm the situation appeared to make it worse rather than better.
Excuse me?
Sir, just go
You
back
wanna
to your...
talk about some more?
I said I'm not putting the drone away like she said because I'm going to get my shot. And then I'll put the drone away.
But he's not gonna go over your.
I'm not going to your RV, dude.
You already were. I'm about to kick
I
anyways.
can literally show you the videos
I'm
I
about
took.
to you up anyways.
Okay.
So knock it
Okay,
off.
we're done. We're done.
Don't put it over my
Sure,
camp.
I already said that.
That's all you have
That's
to.
fine.
Then shut the up, dude.
You're still here.
I am.
Babe, stop.
And you're about to get ready to get in trouble.
You just put the drone away. It's not worth it.
Dude, just go away.
No, you just watch yourself.
Bro, I'm not flying it over.
That's enough.
Shut your
You're
mouth.
talking to me.
I am.
Okay, we're done then. We're done.
That's enough.
I won't fly it near your RV, like I said before.
Dude.
Okay? Deal?
Is this your place?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Do something.
Babe, stop.
Don't
About
say good
what?
to know. Don't listen.
Please stop. Please stop.
If you're gonna threaten me, just
Please
like
stop.
I wouldn't threaten you, what do you expect? Is this your place?
No.
I didn't say that to you.
Say what?
Is this your place? Good to know.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It means you're flying the drone over my place, and you're telling me this is your place.
Dude, this isn't my place. I'm just on public land trying to get video of a mountain.
Take you down, dude.
Dude,
Just stop.
You should
please.
be careful.
Stop.
listen.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's just start over.
I'm gonna
Let's
get your
just start
license
over.
plate. You
Let's-
don't know who the I am.
That's fine. Let's start over.
No, I ain't starting over. Keep your drone off the
That's-
top of my place.
that's fine.
It.
Okay.
You've been here for a while since I've been there.
I have.
No problem. Your
Sure.
drone just flew over my place.
And I
Keep the
apologize. And
That's all you had
and
to answer, dude.
Well, because I didn't fly it over your RV, but I apologize if it went over it. My apologies. It won't go further than
Don't
the
tell
fan.
me
It won't go further
what
than...
I've seen
Okay.
like I'm making it up.
I apologize. It will not go near your RV.
Yeah, so we ended up just leaving that camp spot last night. It was just safer just not to stick around, and we left.
And then he left, but he left his camper
Yeah.
there, which was sketchy. We're like, why is he leaving? And
That's
leaving
another
his
reason.
camper?
That's another reason we left.
Like, what is he gonna go get? So
But yeah.
we immediately packed up and left.
Guys, I would have flown my drone for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes tops. You know, he's been there all week.
We've been there all week and didn't get one drone shot. We were
Yeah.
just gonna get the sunset on our last night, and that was it.
Recognizing the uncertainty, they made the decision to prioritize their safety and leave the campsite. The encounter served as a reminder of how unpredictable human behavior can be. In situations like this, there is no way to know what someone might do if they return. Uploaded on May 8th, 2023, the video begins like many upbeat travel vlogs, optimistic, lighthearted, and full of anticipation. Jen and Will, along with their dog Tucker, had just left Florida to begin full-time RV living. With a new fifth-wheel trailer and a truck they had affectionately named after characters from Yellowstone, they were stepping into a new chapter. Their first major destination was New Orleans. The mood was positive as they said goodbye to family, settled into their mobile home, and looked ahead to the journey.
Today we are getting on the road and heading all the way out west to California. But yeah, it's just kind of a little sad this morning. Of course, it's rainy and kind of set like a sad undertone to the day because we're leaving Matt. My parents came down to Florida for a couple weeks. They left this morning, so a lot of goodbyes happened today. We had a little bit of crying. No, I'm not about to cry. We already had our cries this morning, but we're trying to be positive. We're about to hit the road and head to New Orleans today. Really, truly, this is our first big, like, RV trip.
I know.
You know, going out west.
Like, we've RV'd, but we haven't adventured in this yet.
Also, when we did our full tour of our new fifth wheel, we completely forgot to tell you guys what we decided to name our truck and our fifth wheel.
No, how did we forget that?
If you guys are fans of the show Yellowstone, Will and I are big fans of the show. So we decided to name the truck Rip and the Paradigm Beth. So Rip's pulling Beth along down the road, and I think our trip just looks like Rip. Like, if you watch the show and you know Rip's personality, like, this truck just fits Rip.
At first, that energy held. They documented RV upgrades, dealt with minor frustrations over damaged deliveries, and tried to enjoy their quiet campsite just outside the city. But Jen began feeling unwell. It wasn't quite a cold. She described persistent dizziness, similar to vertigo, that left her lightheaded and disconnected. Even so, she pushed through, resting when necessary, while Will handled errands and maintenance.
I'm taking a little break just to rest because I'm feeling pretty under the weather. And it's weird because it's definitely like a chest cold, but I don't even feel that bad there. It's more, I think, the inner ear canal feels like I have fluid in it or something, so it feels like constant vertigo. So I just kind of feel like I'm in a dream state all the time, like I'm high on some NyQuil or something. So I'm just trying to, like, be somewhat productive today and kind of be easy on myself. So we'll see. It's a really nice day, so let's get done as much as we can.
Eventually, they went into the city. New Orleans was vibrant and loud, full of movement and intensity, but they didn't feel at ease. The crowds, noise, and unpredictability of the downtown area left them unsettled. They attributed the tension to the holiday weekend. Then something happened that shifted everything.
It's kind of stuff. Well, no, I mean, I had some other tools. Nothing really that major. More would have just been like a pain in the butt. But they didn't take any of that. Truthfully, it was stuff like, you know, toe straps and that light dad got me.
They took all that?
No, I'm saying all that stuff, it's not worth value.
Yeah.
But it would have been a pain in the butt to go and get all that stuff again.
I know.
You know?
So,
Well, New Orleans put a little damper on our trip. So we truthfully didn't feel the most comfortable in New Orleans, being completely honest. We were kind of like, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, and maybe people are just being a little crazy. We didn't know if we'd ever really come back, to be honest. And then we came out to the car, and I'm like, Jen, why'd you leave the window down? And she's like, I didn't leave the window down. And I'm like, get closer, and I'm like, somebody busted out our window. So.
And we didn't really have anything of value sitting out.
No. Like I had a really nice Craftsman toolkit my parents bought me for Christmas years ago. I had it under the seat if it was in here, but we were doing a bunch of work on the RV yesterday, and I think I pulled it out for that. Keep your fingers crossed. I think it's in the RV. So
When they returned to their parked truck near the campground, they found the window shattered. Glass covered the seats. At first, confusion, then the realization someone had broken in. Tools, straps, and personal belongings were gone. Nothing especially valuable in terms of money, but useful items, some of them irreplaceable. Their dog Tucker had been inside the truck and narrowly avoided stepping on the broken glass. The rest of the evening was spent vacuuming shards, sealing the window with tape and plastic, and trying to assess the damage. They debated filing an insurance claim or simply repairing it themselves. Police were notified, though they understood the chances of recovering their belongings were slim. What affected them most was not the loss of property, it was the violation. The knowledge that someone had targeted them in broad daylight while they were trying to enjoy the first major stop of their new life on the road. By the end of the episode, they were no longer tourists exploring a new city. They were travelers ready to move on. Jen and Will acknowledged that they had felt unsafe during much of their time in New Orleans, a feeling they had tried to dismiss until the break-in made it impossible to ignore. With their next destination ahead, they left the city. The window was sealed with plastic. Their emotions were still raw. This was not the kind of content they had intended to create. The shift from celebration to anxiety is what makes the video stand out. It reveals a side of travel that often goes unseen. When your home is on wheels, you are not just visiting a place, you are living in it, exposed, vulnerable. Every stop carries some degree of risk, and sometimes that risk becomes real. They left New Orleans with more than a broken window. They left with a different perspective, because when your sense of safety is shaken and your space is violated, the road feels longer and far less free. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it so far, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating these unsettling, real-world encounters. Now, let's get back to the video.